Howdy-o, what do you know? This is Rabbit of ScrubLeet Academy, and we are in the Orchard of the Macabre today, indeedo, in Dungeons & Dragons Online. And I think the biggest thing that we're going to talk about here, we're going to talk about how to farm out rats, but in all honesty, I think rats are probably the easiest creature to farm out in all of the monster manual. I think it only requires 1,000 of them. Why don't we just go ahead and open that up, throw down some rats right there. Yeah, 1750 for the character and 1,000 for the entire account. So you're not going to have to do too much for this. This is pretty much an effortless Zerg. And almost every dungeon in this game seems to have rats in it. But I'll show you something real quick. How to get a few decent rats, just in case you're missing the last few. You've got 5 right there. Just for the sake of it, we're in Fleshmaker's lab. Very quick. This is right at the beginning. And there's not that much to worry about. You can get a green alert worth of rats. You can get yourself, what is this, like 13, 14 rats here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12, 13. That's what it seems to be. Just a bunch of rats really quickly. 13 out of a K out of 1,000 is not very difficult at all. And you could just keep coming back in here, just recall out and go right back in. So we hopped out. Let's just turn right back around, reset the dungeon, head back in Heroic on Elite, and back in. And let's see here. We'll just count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 seconds to gather all the rats, and on top of that, probably another 10 to kill them all. So in 30 seconds, you can go ahead and get pretty much every rat in here, and it doesn't take you any effort at all. They're one shot with pretty much anybody if you're farming at level 30. If you've got an AoE tune, might take you just a couple of seconds to really gather them and throw an AoE fireball or something down. So honestly, rats are not a big video. I'm actually going to be a little disappointed. This is probably going to be my shortest video yet on the monster manual. I'd love to combine it with something else, and I could with the flesh golems. This is probably the ideal place to farm flesh golems as well, if we're going to be quite honest. Why not? I think this one isn't really a very complex video. Rats are pretty easy to farm in here. If you need just rats, go ahead and do this first section. We're going to combine this with the flesh golems, so it's going to be a little here and there. We've got a few cultists, I think. Yeah, we can just go ahead and open this lever. There we go. Come on in here. And we've already got our first couple of flesh golems there. This is really the place to farm out flesh golems because there aren't too many in the game. So we'll go ahead and kill off those guys. Let's head down here just to see. Yeah, we've got 1, we got 2. There's a few of them. There's a few fleshies. We've got 3 fleshies right here. It's really the place to farm out flesh golems, honestly. So you might as well go ahead and go in here if you're going to do that as well. But yeah, in every group, you're probably going to find a couple of these fleshies. We'll just burn through these guys. See if there's any up here. This is really just a test dungeon. I haven't gone through here and figured out how many fleshies there actually are, so it's good for me to check out as well. But it looks like every group's probably got about 2, 3 fleshies. Not too bad, not too difficult. And we'll just go ahead, we'll zoom through these, get the fleshies out of there. And anybody in our way, but we really don't need to kill everything in here unless you're looking for all the slayers. We'll just let them chase us behind. Go to the levers. Get rid of him. And come down here and check out the next part of the dungeon. We'll just go ahead, we've got a couple more flesh golems, get rid of them. And see if we can find a few more fleshies to make this run totally worth it. We'll go ahead and get rid of these guys. There is one more area with flesh golems. I might as well go ahead and just make this a rats and flesh golem video because rats, not difficult at all. So it's gonna be more of a flesh golem video, but we're just zooming through, just seeing what we've got here. We'll start this up here. Defeat the reanimated flesh golem, Edgar. Nice. He's gone. Another area you can farm air elementals, I wouldn't recommend it. We'll get a better video, a more precise video on air elementals later. But as you can tell, here's some flesh golems we're just passing by. You always want to open that up if you can. Oh, jeez. Well, I moved too quickly. But there you go. This is where the real concentration of them is. It takes a little bit to get there, but we can get rid of them pretty quickly here. There we go. Yeah, and so we'll go over here. Second burst, same as the first. We'll just zoom through all these guys. A decent amount of fleshies. There we go. And now we have opened the doors. So we might as well just go ahead, bring all of these, the last remaining one in, and just kill off some fleshies, just to get rid of them. There we go. So not too bad. They're pretty decent here. You can farm them up pretty decently. Upstairs, pretty much all just air elementals, so we're not going to bother with that today. This is not really super ideal because you'd have to run through the entire dungeon just to get to this zone. And they do respawn, but they respawn more effectively in a different area. So I think we'll deal with that as we get to it. And here we are at the White Plume Mountain Dungeon. You wouldn't expect it here, but there are a few fleshies in here that we can go ahead and get. I'm just going to see how quickly we can do it, whether or not it's a very good, lucrative option. I think it probably will be, because it's not super difficult to get there. We'll go ahead and just attack this guy, get rid of him. There we go. It's the speedier way to do it. So we'll zoom through here, catch ourselves some poison, because yummy. And we'll zoom through these guys and grab our fungus. Not facing the lock, huh? There we go. And here we are. So we can go ahead and say, I don't know, you do not belong. Even though it's 9, we get 5 of them right here. That actually is a very quick option. So I would recommend this one for flesh golems. But if you're doing Fleshmaker's Lab, that's also pretty decent. You could probably get several things in there. But that's a really decent option. Just keep going back in. I guess if you want to do an actual dungeon and enjoy yourself, Fleshmaker's Lab is better. If you want to just constantly run in here and kill these, just for the monster manual, then this place is probably going to be better in the long run. Either way, I think that's about it for this video, and I actually managed to make it a little longer. That's not too bad. So I'll keep it. This will be about rats and fleshies because they kind of go hand in hand in the best spot for them. Well, in the case of rats, there's no spot that isn't the best spot for them. In the case of fleshies, we've got fleshies now, so that's not too bad. Anyway, that's all the time we have for today. If you enjoyed this, please leave a comment. It's nice to hear what you think about these kind of things. Other than that, I'm gonna get up out of here, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.